Hello there and welcome to another episode of Behind the Data with me, Alistair Hope, where for the next couple of minutes I'll be taking you through some of the movements through gas and power prices over the course of the last month. So starting with gas, you can see from the chart that through the start of the month we continue to see that bullish move up. Lots of fear still in the market, low storage situation, what would happen if we had a cold winter, not seeing the LNG that we've seen in previous years. But as we move deeper into the month, we started to see those prices just come back a little bit. Putin started to talk and say that Russia would come to the aid of Europe and help with the gas crisis, as well as towards the end of the month telling Gazprom to focus on refilling EU storage sites from the 8th of November onwards. The market interpreted this as being fairly bearish, and as you can see, certainly through the last few days of trading of the month, gas prices really pull back quite strongly. So moving on to power, you can see on the chart that where gas prices go, power prices will follow, especially here in the UK. And through the second half of the month, we've seen considerable amounts of risk being priced out of those power contracts, thanks to sell-offs in gas and coal. On to carbon, and you can see on the chart here that although it's moved lower month on month, we haven't quite seen the same sort of sell-off through the back end of the month as we've seen in gas and coal and power. But maybe the market is kind of waiting for news about what might change in terms of regulations following COP26, which is happening through the start of November. And then finally onto oil, you can see on the chart that there's been a steady continued increase in oil prices, hitting new highs from pre-COVID. More concerns about trying to figure out what demand is going to look like in comparison to supply, with OPEC deciding not to increase production levels moving forward, or certainly for the time being. And that has sort of fed into the market as prices have continued to climb. Maybe also supported by some larger participants around the world deciding to switch from the very expensive gas prices and switching over to oil instead, which is maybe starting to just support some of the oil prices there as well. So as a business customer, you might be wondering what this kind of means for you next. Obviously, there's been quite a bit of fear over the last couple of months about where gas prices were going and the effect this was having on power prices. Even though we have seen a significant drop in gas and power prices, we're not out of the woods yet. We do need to see whether those Russian flows increase. Might be a good idea to get in touch with your account manager and just discuss through some of the options that are available moving forward. Thanks very much for listening and watching. I hope to see you again next time. Thanks very much.